and I'm just not quite sure how to make it work. And I know that you have some expertise in this area.
No, I just use governance.
So things keep falling down in my life, and I'm just trying to figure out how these work.
How bees work?
No, these. Oh, these.
Is this are these live bees? Oh.
I've been told that they won't make my problem bigger, but I don't understand the whole theory behind how they don't. How they wouldn't make it a bigger hole.
Okay, these are easy. These are, I don't know what they're called. They're anchors, right?
Yes.
All anchors, okay. Yeah, so you drill a hole in the wall
That's what she said.
that's big enough for this to fit in when you fold it up. You plug it in, and then you have this, you thread this bolt. You thread this bolt in there just a little bit before you stick it in.
Oh my God.
Okay, so you stick it in the hole like that, right?
Oh, that's how it goes.
And then once you've drilled it
Yeah.
and you squeeze it, then you can push it in all the way. And once it goes in all the way and you're past the lip, something like that. And then it'll just stay there, and you can just keep screwing it. Until
Okay, that was kind of amazing. Yep.
shame on you.
Speaking of cars falling for things.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay.
Okay, usually people who
In
think they're
addition to
witty
the
suck.
show
That was awesome.
and being so politically active.
Sorry, hold on one second. You really got me nervous there, because I was like, what? Are we going to do therapy? Where is this going? Okay, go, I'm sorry.
She is also a bad person. Fantastic.
In addition to the show, being so politically active, you do so much work for others with charity, and you always find such fun ways to get others involved. And wanting to open a nonprofit myself, I know how much time it has to be invested and how much of yourself you have to put into it. So I wanted to know what steps you take to make sure you don't lose yourself in the service to others.
Great question. I mean, I think I have to work on balance in my life in general, and nurturing important relationships and making sure I spend enough time with my family. And I also, like for example, when I started Random Acts, I really did pour a ton of time into it at first. And I think whenever you're starting something, you have to kind of do that. But now, I spend a lot less time on it because I have I'm working with an amazing team of people at Random Acts who are running things and making decisions. You know, Rachel Miner is doing an awesome job, and it's such a cool thing that she was at a place in her life where she had the interest and the bandwidth to be able to take that on, and I feel deeply honored that she has, and there are there's like 70 people who are on the staff of Random Acts now. It's crazy, and they work their butts off, and none of them get paid anything. It's like the craziest scheme. I can't believe I pulled it off. But over time, if you're working with really good people, that actually really helps support things and open up time. It's been something that I have learned over time, is that if you're working with people that you feel like you can trust and you don't have to watch everything, and you know that things are going to be done well, then it actually frees you up a lot. But if you don't trust them and micromanage it, then it's terrible. Like, I don't trust Jared or Jensen. For example.
Do they trust him?
So that's a very stressful thing. But yeah.
Find balance.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not a really good answer, but it's an answer.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi.
Hey, we all know you're very politically passionate, and I was wondering, other than voting, which we all should do, what other things would you recommend for those of us who are inexperienced in being politically active?
Great question. Well, one thing that you can do is actually be active in getting other people to vote, because it's very easy to turn voting into a pyramid scheme where you vote and then you get your friends to vote and then they get their friends to vote. Pretty soon everybody's voting. So that's one thing. And I'm constantly talking to people about how to try to get that idea going. Like, everybody vote and then get your friends to vote. And tell your friends to do the same thing. That's one thing. Another thing is we all need critical thinking skills.
Yeah.
Which unfortunately is something that a lot of us lack. We need to, it should be a part of curriculum in every school to know what a source is and where information is coming from. Like, if you're looking at a meme on Facebook, that's not news. And yet, people don't know that. They think, oh, that's information, and it's encapsulated in something pithy and graphic, and I like it. That's not news. That's not information. You need to be getting information from journalistic outlets that have journalistic ethics. So, there are a bunch of them out there. Anything from Newsweek to New York Times to Washington Post to some BBC, ABC, CBS.
Anything but Breitbart and Fox. Yeah.
The CW. But they're following rules about what constitutes good journalism and fact-checking. And they make mistakes from time to time, but that's where we need to be getting information, and we need to be reading, unfortunately. I know it's boring, but we have to be reading and paying attention to what's going on. Otherwise, voting is sort of an empty act, because we don't know what we're voting for. So we have to be both informed and engaged. There you go.
Thank you. Hi, Misha.
Hi.
First of all, thanks for sitting on me earlier. I appreciate that.
Thank you for the opportunity.
And if those of you in the back that can't see, I'm in a wheelchair. It wasn't anything weird.
It was a little weird.
But, I mean, it's not the weirdest thing you've ever done.
No.
So I was just wondering, is there any like a role or a part or project that you've done in the past that you're like totally embarrassed about, like why the fuck did I do that kind of thing? Are you gonna tell us?
No. Not so much.
You're not talking about role play.
Hey, what you do with whoever you're doing that with, that's your business. We don't need to know.
Oh boy, I'm getting flashback to last year's Van Con.
I just remembered something.
Oh boy. I need an adult.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to share something that I should not be sharing.
It's okay, no one's recording.
This is going to be the nerdiest thing you've ever heard.
I doubt it.
I'm pretty confident that it will be. I was in my marital bed. This is pre-urine.
Was it though?
And I started talking dirty.
Ooh.
But just using like a dirty, like, voice. But what I was saying, I was talking about kerning and serifs.
Janet has never been so turned on. She graphic designer.
I really thought it was so hot.
appreciate
like,
this
no
story.
joke, she was like, that was hot. So weird. Do you know what kerning is? It's the spacing between letters. That's some fucked up shit.
Is that where you love from Comic Jam?
I think that is one of the first times I've talked about a sex act on stage. Hopefully the last. So I have, yes, I have. I mean, I think that role that I was talking about, Carla, that
Kerning.
movie where I was the serial killer, so bad, that movie, so bad.
You probably made it great.
Nope. I did not. The director of that movie was a train wreck. He was a monster. We had to do reshoots because it was like I don't know, 16, 17-day shoot or something like that. We had to do 4 days of reshoots, which is kind of unheard of because it was it was unwatchable in its finished product, but it was even more unwatchable. And me and Laura Prepon, who was the lead actress, we were like, we're not doing any more shooting of anything with that monster. And he threatened to come down to the production offices with a gun, shoot everybody. So producers took out a restraining order against the director.
Sounds perfect.
It was,
So I'm definitely gonna have to find this movie.
Don't do it.
don't watch it.
Is it bad? Really bad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Did you hear that? Everyone's saying yes. They're saying don't watch it. When someone says don't. No means no. It's terrible, and it should be taken off of all of the shelves and deleted from the internet, but it won't be. So yeah, that's one.
Okay, thank you.
I'm still kind of embarrassed about my performance on Charmed. I mean, I was so
Okay, I love you to death, Misha, but that was the thing that I was thinking of when I asked my question.
honestly, I was just petrified. I had no idea what was going on. Alyssa Milano was kissing me. I was just so scared and so out of my own. I didn't know what I was doing at all.
Kind of what
It was really my first real role on set, and I just had no idea what was going on, and it was too much. It was too much for me. So, yeah, that was terrible.
Huh? What? Yeah. Huh? What? It's on.
Charmed is coming back. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, it's on in 2 weeks. Oh, the remake.
Oh, my episode is coming on in 2 weeks? That's something to look forward to. Thank you for bringing up all of these painful memories.
Hey, you're the one who brought up the weird stuff in bed.
Hey, fair enough. Hi.
So you shoot in the beautiful province of British Columbia, which is my home province. And I was wondering, what has been your favorite set or you've ever showed up to or a location that you thought was like beautiful?
We shot at a location at the end of season Rosemary that
Is that the house again now?
at the end of season 12, thank you. That was beautiful. We built a cabin. It was up basically almost all the way up in Squamish, right on the water, and it was just so stunning. And we actually had a couple of like beautiful days there where the weather was nice. That was a really, really lovely spot.
But no fjords. No fjords.
Yeah, Riverview was a really nice spot. That was the first place I shot in Vancouver. It was Riverview. It's an old mental hospital, for those of you who don't know, and we shoot there quite often. And so do a lot of other productions. It just has these great old big buildings, and they're all kind of ominous, and it feels haunted. You can still see like some rooms where they were doing shock therapy and things like that. And they have these cells that are all like really like cages. Anyway, it It was a TV show called 7 Days that I was in.
Was it the time
I
travel
don't know,
one?
20 years ago or something. It was the first place I shot in Vancouver. It was at Riverview Hospital.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Misha.
Hi.
My question is, what character, living or dead, would you bring back to have a scene with?
Character.
There's no way to answer this without pissing somebody off.
Demon number
Are you
3.
trying to make me enemies?
Yes.
I would pick.
Why not number 7?
I would pick Godman.
Who?
I didn't understand what you said. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Godman. A mashup of Rachel and Rob.
An amalgamation.
Maybe where they're just like clung to each other for the entire episode, like koala bears.
Interesting.
There you go. There's your answer.
Thank you.
Thank you.